Hello students, welcome you all on YourPedia education. So my dear students, if you are from the final year or you are in the third year and you want to prepare for the companies like IBM, Infosys, Accenture, all this stuff. So I think almost for students who are not from the IITs or NITs or the topmost universities, so it's a dream job for them. Fine. So if I talk about the process of most of the companies or these companies which are reputed organizations, so every engineers have a dream to join these companies as a fresher. Fine. So in this video I am going to tell you about the process for the IBM company, IBM organization. We know that it's an American based tech company whose main business is related to hardware, software and consultancy. So in this video I am talking about the process for IBM. My dear students, basically if I talk about the process of IBM, it had divided into 4 stages. Fine. So the first stage is the test of cognitive skills, where cognitive skill test, where they just ask you about the some problem, some puzzle, some game type activity, where you have to arrange the things like you have to, maybe they will give you some puzzles, you have to solve that particular puzzles, and parallelly they watch your process how you can solve that like puzzles or a problem. Mainly it's related to only the cognitive skills, how you are applying your cognitive skills and try to solve that particular problem. I can say almost every time, almost like 50 to 60 to 70% students already mainly qualify this test. So it's a very simple test. They will ask you, they will give you some games or puzzles and you have to solve that particular problem. The important phase is the coding test. That is very important. Now if you are from the third year, so my dear students, if I talk about the coding part for the IBM, I'll provide you some 100 questions from the topic like array, linked list, tree, graph, string, and almost in each and every time, if you go with the like IBM, Infosys or Accenture or all this stuff, all these companies, so they will ask you the problem mainly from this list. Fine. So I will provide you those 100 questions which are very important, and if you solve these problems, I think you are capable to solve any problem which are based on these concepts. Fine. Now like if I just give you the examples like they are, if I talk about the number of questions, first of all, it may vary from the 1 problem to the 4 problem with a time of 30 minutes to a 1.5 hour. It's totally depend upon them how they give the number of questions. But if I talk about the problem statement, basically the problem statement like finding a particular number, finding 2 number whose sum is equal to some given target value, reverse the array, find out the prime number, find out the GCD of 2 numbers. So all these basic problems they will ask you in the coding test. If I talk about these companies and if I talk about the packages, we know it's vary from the 3.8 to 7.2. Fine. That's why they will ask you question from almost this 100 question series. Fine. Now again, if you practice one question, if you practice one code for every day, hardly it will take 3 months to crack or to join these organizations as a fresher, and it's not a bad option. Fine. Now the third important, again one of the important phases, that is technical interview. Yes, this is again very important because almost 1/4, like if they select the 100 students, then 75 students are going to be out in this phase. Fine. So technical interview. Now how you can prepare for these technical interviews? As a computer science students, we know the core subject of computer science are algorithm, data structure, operating system, DBMS, discrete math, some of the basics of discrete math, because that will help you to solve all these problems also. Fine. So you have to prepare these subjects. And if you, like in the tech era, in the AI era, if you know the basics of machine learning or data science, then it will give you a positive or the good edge than others. Fine. So try to go with these subjects. Try to prepare the OS, DBMS, and basically in DBMS SQL part. That is very important. You have to practice for SQL part, which is very important. And then if I talk about operating system, then you know how memory management is going on. What do you mean by like semaphore synchronization problems or the job scheduling problems, all this stuff. Fine. In DBMS, yeah, SQL is the most important one. In networking also they may ask you the problem related to networking. So you have to prepare the mainly the algorithm, data structure, OS, DBMS, computer network. Fine. Now the fourth round is the HR round. HR round, I can say HR round. Fine. And if you just qualify all these three like phases, then it's very important. In HR round they will ask, even the interviewer just want to judge your personality, and again it's a very important. Many of times again most of the students are go out in from this round, HR round. Fine. So it's very important that you have to show your passion regarding that organization. Your communication skill will be very good. Fine. And the second point is like some general questions like why you want to join IBM, so where you can see yourself after 5 years, and why you join IBM. Fine. Why not the other companies, and if you sometimes if you get a better opportunity, then you leave the IBM. So those type of general queries or general aptitude queries related to your personality will be asked in HR round. So again it's a very important, even though you just qualify cognitive round, coding round and technical round, but HR round is very important. Fine. So my dear students, my suggestion is to try to work on your communication skill, try to see or go through all the basics question which may ask in your HR round. Fine. You have to show the positive response, even though you are somewhat straightforward, but you have to manipulate the answer. So how you can know? So you have to try to attend more and more mock session, and YourPedia is the only one platform in India which provide you one-to-one HR session. If you want to improve your communication skill, if you want to give the correct answer for all those type of questions, then you can join YourPedia HR round or YourPedia interview experience or interview module. Fine, you can join, because this round is very important, as we know. Fine. So these are the basically 4 steps, where the first step is cognitive skills, which is very easy, but from the next step onwards, coding round, you have to practice all these 100 problems. Then technical round, where you have to prepare for the operating system, database management system, algorithm, data structure, computer network, and more about like basics of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and like IoT and data warehouse like stuff. Fine. And that is the last one, is the most important round. So my dear students, if you want to prepare for your HR rounds, you can join YourPedia module. So in this series again I will be back with some other companies process. So stay tuned. Thank you so much.